The Great Kumbum Stupa in Gyantse is an artistic and architectural marvel. It is important not only for its beauty, but for its religious and historical significance. The stupa was most likely constructed during the 15th century between 1427 and 1474. This time frame is important as it takes place during the so-called Tibetan Renaissance, an era that occurred between the 14th and 16th centuries. This era is described as a new fusion of earlier liturgical and artistic trends, whose production demonstrates the possible synthesis of influences from Tibetan, Indian, Chinese, and Nepalese origins. The word kumbum means having 100,000 images, though the Great Stupa itself features countless images of the Buddha's essence and is intended to be a physical representation of infinity. The tiered terrace structures of the stupa has 9 levels and stands at a towering 42.5 meters high and around 50 meters wide. A journey up the varying tiers of the structure is intended to be representative of a spiritual journey, with each level representing a higher spiritual level than the last. The Great Stupa houses over 70 chapels, and there are over 28,000 paintings and sculptures within the structure, which represent a diverse range of deities. It is obviously impossible for me to cover every aspect of this intricately designed and decorated structure, but it, as I have stated, features works of art from a number of styles, including Nepalese, Chinese, Shalusang, and of course, Tibetan. The figures depicted in the murals are shown in garb that features patterns that are representative of all of those different regions, and the stupa itself represents a harmony of the varying regions, which causes it to be more welcoming to supplicants from all over. The uppermost level of the stupa houses a copper-gilded statue of the primordial Vajrahara, the supreme deity of Vajrayana Buddhism. Is symbolic of Shunya, the ultimate reality, and Prajna, wisdom. Viewing his image in the upper sanctum of the Great Stupa is intended to instill in the viewer a unio mystica, the final stage of a spiritual path, the final and undifferentiated truth of the mind and all phenomena. The Great Stupa in Gyantse represents a spiritual journey that can only be truly understood and appreciated by personally visiting it and walking through its chapels and tiers in person.